Welcome back to the Vipassanā channel. Today, we explore a simple teaching that can completely change the way we experience pain. This is the story of the two arrows. Long ago, the Buddha and his disciples were walking through a quiet forest after a gentle rain. The air was fresh. Birds sang among the trees. As they rested beside a small stream, one disciple asked, "Master, why do some people suffer so much more than others, even when they face the same difficulties?" The Buddha picked up two small arrows that had fallen from a hunter's bag nearby. Holding up the first arrow, he said, "Imagine a traveler walking through the forest. Suddenly, an arrow strikes his shoulder. He feels pain. He cries out. He bleeds. This pain is real." The disciples nodded. The Buddha then lifted the second arrow. But now imagine that after being struck, the traveler picks up another arrow and shoots himself again. The disciples looked confused. Why would anyone do such a thing? The Buddha smiled gently. This is what many people do every day. The first arrow is the pain life gives us. Illness, failure, loss, disappointment. We cannot always prevent the first arrow. He paused before holding up the second arrow. The second arrow is the suffering we create ourselves. We replay painful memories. We blame ourselves. We worry about the future. We become angry. We refuse to forgive. That second arrow is optional. The forest became silent. A breeze carried fallen leaves across the stream. One disciple asked, "Master, how can we avoid the second arrow?" The Buddha answered, "By observing the first arrow without adding another. When sadness comes, know that sadness is here. When anger comes, know that anger is here. But do not build a home for them. In Vipassanā, we observe every sensation. We do not cling. We do not resist. We simply see clearly. The first arrow wounds the body. The second arrow wounds the mind. The wise person removes the first arrow with compassion and never reaches for the second." The disciples quietly reflected upon the teaching. The sound of flowing water filled the silence. Think about your own life. Are you still carrying a second arrow? Is your suffering coming from today's problem or yesterday's thoughts? Perhaps healing begins the moment you stop hurting yourself with the stories your mind keeps repeating. Remember, pain is often unavoidable. Suffering is often a choice. Thank you for joining us on the Vipassanā channel. May you find the wisdom to remove the second arrow, the courage to meet each moment with mindfulness, and the peace that comes from letting go. Until next time.